Welcome back to another episode of YDT Dreamcatchers presents the Jason Smith Show. And who am I with today? A dream catcher. You can catch him every single morning, 4 a.m.?
Boy, I mean, I wake up at 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was going to say I wake up. The show runs at 6. All right, we live at 6, baby.
6 to what?
Yeah, 6 to 10.
6 to 10. That's Kiss Mornings with Ali and DZ on 103.7 Kiss FM. Come on now. That's not it. Hold on, tell me. They thought I was done.
They thought you were done.
They really thought you were done. They didn't know that I was going to keep going. Yeah. In-game host. Not just for any team. No.
Not any team. No, not any team.
Because there's a lot of teams, a lot of sports teams in here.
Plenty teams. Yeah, actually.
I'm talking about the two-time NBA champions. The home of Milwaukee, in all honesty. That's ours. That's our center field, I feel like. We're not in Green Bay.
Nope.
We're not in Madison.
Nope, this is home.
In-game host for the Milwaukee Bucks. Who am I talking about? He goes by 2 letters. DZ.
Hey.
DZ, how you doing today, man?
Good, man. Good. That's an introduction right there. I feel good about that. You know what I'm saying? They thought he was done.
They thought he was done. They didn't know.
I was going to keep going.
You know what I'm saying?
My dog.
That's what I'm saying. We here with my boy DZ. I hit my boy DZ up. Right when we were revamping the podcast, I'm like, okay, who inspires me? Oh, boom. DZ. Literally just from the conversations we had from doing the Buck stuff. Just all of that. You are inspirational. And the fact that the realness, the authentic, is authenticness a word? Authenticity.
Both.
That's empowering. The charisma, all of it.
Thank you, man.
So I was like, I got to get my boy DZ on here. And I'd like to jump right in.
Bro, let's get it, man, because likewise, as soon as you hit me, it wasn't even a question. What'd I say?
Bro, yeah, it was light.
It ain't nothing but a word, baby. Let's get it.
You text it back right away, too. Say, what? What's the word? What's the date? What's the time? I'm going to be there.
Especially with you, man. Yeah.
And my boy here.
Inspiration goes and dream catching goes, man. Yeah. Likewise. Same, bro. Same, baby.
For sure. I feel you.
Thank you for having me. Let's definitely jump into it.
I like to start off every episode with the same question. Mm-hmm. What was the dream? Or what is the dream?
Oh, man. Dad, how much time we got?
Man, we got time.
It's broad, right? Because I guess when, you're a baby, you're born, you're first figuring some things out, right? And especially being an immigrant and the son of immigrants, the dream was just to make it. The dream was the yellow brick road that you hear, the land of milk and honey that this country is, right? So the dream was freedom. At first. Sounds cliche and corny,
no,
right?
No, real.
But when we first got to this country, the dream was freedom. We were kind of doing things a different way, trying to break the cycle and the violent cycle at that we were kind of living in the country where I'm from, Medellin, Colombia. Colombia being the country, Medellin the place, the city, and hit this country, and it was just freedom was the key. That was the mission, that was the main motivation, that was the dream, right? But then once you kind of grow into it, and now we're here, and U.S. citizens, residents, yada, yada, what have you, those dreams change. And once we know we're not ever going back, the dream now modifies to okay, now what do you want to be? And at first I had no clue. Bro, I went from everything from pro football player to, come on now, to I want to be a barber, to I want to be a mechanic. You know what? I'm going to go in the military. You know what? I want to be a chef. No, you know what? I don't even know what I want to do. You know what? Everybody tells me I'm good at talking. Man, maybe I'm going to just be a teacher like my family. I'm going to go into education. And then you get to college, and it's like, man, none of those feel like dreams. None of that felt like me. All that felt like just things I could do and knew I'd be all right at doing, right? Radio, all of a sudden, somebody was like, well, we got this new major, communication, at Lakeland. Shout out Lakeland University. It was Lakeland College then. It's like, well, we need a first graduating class, man. It's gonna be the first major. You could be a part of that brand new class. You could do anything with communication. You could go work in marketing. You could work in sales. You could get in radio. And I said, hold on,
Radio?
Wait, that's like a job that people do? I thought like somebody was like, man, you're so good, you should be on radio. And then all of a sudden somebody was saying that to me. And it felt surreal. I was like, wait, I could do that as a job. No bull. Wait, can we swear on the podcast?
No, you do it. Bro, it's free range.
I'm trying to keep it light, yo.
No, it's free range.
It's like that. In my head, I was like, that's fucking crazy. That's genuinely fucking crazy. I could just talk for a living? Nah, man, I used to get in trouble for that. You know, I used to get notes pinned to my chest saying I was talking too much.
Phone calls home. I was mad.
Mama Z, Papa Z, boy.
On the report card. It talks too much. Trust me, I know. Trust me.
Very smart. Bright. But a class clown.
Man,
too much. Talks too much. We got to separate him from his friends. And I was like, they're not going to pay me to do that shit, man. They're not. And all of a sudden, it was like, no, yeah, they would. And we think you might be actually pretty decent at it. I went, oh, that's the dream then. Well, I got to college and went, man, 2012 hit. And I said, all right, bet. Now that I'm free here in this country, free, right? That's the dream. That's what I want to do. And if they're going to pay me for it, shit. Man, say less.
So, Columbia, like, hold on, talking about. Because, like, yes, radio, that's the dream that you catch profession-wise. But I think much deeper the dream of freedom. Like, that is crazy. Because, like, coming from a different country, how was that trip from Colombia to America? Man, the transition.
But my mom will give you a better picture of what happened, right? Because I was 3.
Oh, so you was a little kid.
I was a baby.
Oh,
I was
okay.
a kid. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't doing nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing, a whole lot of nothing. I was getting pulled along for the mission, right? Mm-hmm. But the era that my mom was living in, you got to think it's the end of the Escobar era in the 90s.
Okay.
This man had just gotten killed, right? Got family on both sides.
Wow.
And at one point, my mom has been held at multiple weapons points, been robbed. You know, back in the day, you know, you used to get your girl to watch that you wore. Hey, girl, you can wear my watch. That means we go together. They see that. They know it's my watch. They know you my girl.
Yeah.
Mom got dang dad's watch stolen because she got held at motherfucking knife point just walking home, pregnant with me.
Hold on.
So my mom said, nah, we going to need some freedom.
We gotta get out of here. No. We gotta get out of here.
We gotta go.
I mean, I'm not gonna be raising my kids here. No, like we gotta get out of here.
So we made moves, man. In search of freedom, we sought political asylum and came to this country. We're able to, you know, really kind of establish roots in a place that was completely foreign. I've known no different. Yeah. I arguably grew up here. From 3 on, I've lived in this country. But I always maintained roots, right?
Yeah.
So it's like you always stay connected with family. And my parents, even more so, like they were grown by the time they got here, in their 30s, man.
So that's really what they knew.
Man, that is all they knew, right? So we get here and they're like, damn, this is freedom? This is milk and honey? Well, this is different. This is real different, man. But coming from the place that we did come from and where we were coming from, they were willing to take every risk to not go back to that situation. Now, you look at Colombia today, infrastructure is different. Mm-hmm. Corruption is corruption. You're going to see that anywhere, man. But
every place.
As far as tourism goes, we're back. You know what I'm saying? People are back. And even more so now than ever, people want to go to Colombia. It's glorified for many different reasons. But the beauty of the country is what has people going back. In that era, when I was first born, that wasn't the case. Nobody was going, oh, yeah, come to Colombia. This is tourist top attraction. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. It was the top destination not to go to. You know how some people think of like Mexico and how they're going crazy with the cartel. Now they say, hey, be careful of Mexico, nigga. Don't be going off the resort out there. Mm-hmm. There's no fucking resorts in Colombia. Not where I'm from. Mm-hmm. So you get to Colombia, they're like, hey, just don't go to fucking Colombia. Like, just
dang, they just say, no, they say forget that.
Just don't. Like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Right? So that was the Colombia I was coming from, right? The country that I represent. And now, I mean, I've always represented proudly, but in that era, that wasn't something to raise a family in, man. So coming from that beginning, that's what I mean by searching for freedom coming to this country. Job aside, life focus, that was the freedom we were searching, not looking over our dang shoulder to what's going to happen, or is there about to be a car bombing up the street, or is my cousin, or excuse me, not my cousin, is my uncle about to get his leg blown off, or tried to get his leg blown off again because he works with the task force in Colombia, you know what I'm saying, like drug enforcement, whatever, like that's not a life you want to live for either side of the family, man. Making those choices, that's what freedom boils down to at the end of the day, man. And chasing a dream, when you're chasing a genuine dream, it's a full focus on like whatever we got to do. And I genuinely believe that's what my family did. It was a whatever we got to do situation. Because we picked up and left, man. I got one set of cousins that were here when we first moved here. Everybody else was in Colombia.
That's inspirational in itself, bro. I didn't even know all of this, because I'm just knowing surface level. So now even just knowing that, unpacking that, and then seeing how you are the way you are, and then how you light up a room when you walk in and stuff like that, it's crazy, bro. But obviously that has a lot to do with why you are today. And something that also caught my attention was when you were talking about all these different job professions that you wanted to try out, the chef, the mechanic. I think that's amazing. One, because obviously when you come here, you got the freedom you could do any of those things in all honesty, but you recognize, but just because I can do this don't mean I want to do this. Right. And dude, passion is everything. I know it's cliche when they say, get a job you like, so you're not working, you're having fun. But bro, like that's real. Like it's as real as you can possibly get. Who wants to say you did actually become a mechanic and now you going in there, you fixing cars and you doing what you got to do.
Making great money, sure.
But are you happy?
Am I happy? Right. Talking
on the radio, in-game hosting, being in front of people, being a connector of people, a restorative person, that's what makes you happy.
That feeds my soul, man. And like anybody, you're going to be drained after a long day's work, right? And say I'm talking all day nonstop, 12 hours, which 12 hours is crazy. But after a day of all talk, you don't go home and just be quiet.
No, you keep talking.
With a family, I got a wife, I got 2 kids. It's like you keep talking throughout the day. Sometimes night hits and I'm like, man, I've really been yapping all day. And men, we're not programmed to speak that many words in a day. Like we're very limited just because we're more reserved or more thoughtful.
Yeah.
Right? The opposite sex is more expressive.
Without question.
Right? Very thoughtful in the same, but more expressive.
Definitely more expressive.
We internalize. So for somebody to pick a profession, and especially, black males, to say, your job is to talk all day. Share your experience, share your thoughts, share your life, or just share what you think all day. And then go do it on a professional level with the Bucks and be animated, keep the energy. Like, you got to find it sometimes, man. You're definitely not wrong as far as like, it's motivation, it's passion, and it's loving what you do. And if you don't, you're not going to do well. And I feel like it shines through when you're not genuine. Right?
Definitely. It's easy to spot it. It's easy to tell, especially from people who are genuine because, dude, energy is transferable. It's very easy to tell. So I know about your favorite parts of radio. Obviously, you get to talk. You know what I'm saying? What's your least favorite parts that you think comes with it?
Ooh, that's a good question, man, because
there's pros and cons to everything.
There is pros and cons to everything, and I've never really considered it as far as like pros versus cons because corny, but our jobs are really very much pro.
It's like, very much pro.
We're talking right now.
And most people in this field, like they're in this field because they literally want to be in this field.
Right,
so.
right. But we are genuinely blessed to use our vocal instruments as our money maker, if you will, right? Use our mind, use our intellect, use our words, use our hands, all that, right? Our man-made tools, first tools. We get to use those on a daily basis, right? And, dog, honestly, to say there's something I dislike, it might be when you're limited. Because sometimes you have so much to say. Man,
you got that small time period to say it, bro.
And you got to hit it. and you got to be at the timing.
That's frustrating. No, it's super frustrating. No, you good.
Timing is absolutely everything in this field. For a lot of cases. And, right, there's leeway. We know that. There's a little wiggle room.
But
overall, timeliness is key. And it could be the difference between something sounding great, something sounding mediocre, and something sounding garbage. I mean, straight basura, trash, right? Timing is perfect. And when you hit it and when you practice it, when you keep going, you almost feel like it's never enough time. You could talk for 3 hours straight on the show, And by the end of it, feel like, man, I said so much, but did I say everything I wanted to?
Man.
And did I say it the way I wanted to? It's a blessing and a curse, because it's like the blessing and the positive is we get to talk. Sometimes the negative is that we get to talk.
Yeah, exactly.
And the talk isn't always 100% because you don't have the time, you don't have the ability, you don't have the resources, you don't have the facts. And it's like, man, all of these things can happen all at once. And it's wonderful when you have 100% of the things 100% of the time. But when the fuck does that ever happen?
Man. Does it ever happen?
You know?
Yeah.
And when people chase success, like you want to be 100%, it's a hard pill to swallow to realize you're not going to be 100% every single day. Some motherfuckers are never 100% any day.
It's hard, yeah.
Right? So it's like, it hurts when you go, damn, end of the day, I had so much more to say, man, and now tomorrow we're on to a whole nother topic, you know, and people in our field, on our counterpart and the listeners, if you will, they can tune out quick. If they're not vibing what you're saying, it's as simple as, boop.
That's it.
Next. And they're on to the next station.
And it matters because you got a small second. So, I mean, you have 5 seconds to catch these people's attention. And if what you saying in that 5 seconds is not catching their attention, boom. They're switching to the next channel.
Man, and some people don't even give you that much.
And I was being lenient saying 5 seconds.
They don't fuck with the sound of your voice. Click. Bro, what?
It's tough, bro.
Man.
No, it's tough. So I heard something that you talked about. You talked about success and chasing success. How do you define success?
Success is all subjective.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell you if you're successful.
Mm-hmm.
I can assume you're successful by my interpretation of you, right? But success is subjective to the individual, to where, do you feel good about what you've done? Do you feel good about what you're doing? And do you feel confident about where you're going? Right? Because you might not feel good about all 3 of the things, but do you feel good about 2 of the 3? And do you feel all right about at least one of them? Because perfection is not going to happen.
It's impossible.
Impossible. Like talking about, when are we ever 100% of the things 100% of the time? Usually never.
Yeah, never.
Right? But when you can kind of put that collective together and do enough of it, man, honestly, yeah, success is subjective. Like I feel successful in the things I've done. Say I stop, all of a sudden the world crumbles, the internet goes, third world country shit, and radio is done.
Mm-hmm.
It's all emergency broadcasting shit. I lose my job. We're all out of a profession. Mm-hmm. Every influencer,
everybody's done.
Intellect,
it's raps
or socialite, creator, content, whatever. It does not matter. We are all out of a job, right? I'd be okay. Some people would have a full mental breakdown, bro. I feel successful in what I've done. If tomorrow they hit me and go, hey, DZ, we don't need you anymore. Whether it be at the station for radio, or whether it be in-game hosting, whether it be any of the other, little endeavors that you're a part of, helping on this board, doing that with these people, volunteering here, whatever, right? If they hit me tomorrow and go, we're good, man. We're pulling all the interviews, bro. If you go ahead and chop it right now, I feel success in the point that I just go home. Not complacency. I just know that I've got other things to do and to fill my time, to where anything that comes next will be okay. Anything that has happened is already in the past. And I mean, ain't no point in feeling bad about it.
No point.
You know what I'm saying?
It's in the past. It happened already.
I feel successful because I said I wanted to do something, and I've done it. I said I wanted to be in radio. I did it. Man, so many things have happened from between then and now, to where I could have given up. I should have given up. I wanted to give up, but I didn't.
What kept you from giving up? The
persistence, the dream, the desire, right? The want, the will to go, nah, man, I told myself, I'm determined. I'm gonna fucking do it. At this rate, man, I done decided that I want to go into radio. Nobody gonna stop me, right? And now I've done it, and I'm like, okay, it's pretty cool. Now I proved to myself, I proved to everybody else, like, I could do this. Bet. If now I got to go flip burgers, I hear they're paying pretty well right now.
Hey, listen. Hey, McDonald's, I think, giving $20 an hour right now, something like that. So I'm trying to figure out.
That's competing for some full-timers, you feel me?
No, for real. Like, they not playing. Like, these jobs are not playing about that. So, yeah, so you feel basically fulfilled. You feel fulfilled. You've done the stuff that you wanted to do. You've caught dreams that you wanted to catch.
Yeah.
Have you always been like transparent, so transparent, or did you have to come out your shell a little bit when it comes to the transparency?
Man, transparency for me is an ever-evolving process, right? Because as open of a book as I am, I'm equally as private, right? I will tell you and converse about anything you ask me about. I'm not going to freely volunteer every piece of information about my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we talk about the neighborhood I live in, I might not tell you what street I stay on.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I could tell you I have kids. I might not tell you it's 2 boys. It is 2 boys. But you know what I mean? Like, for individuals that I might, necessarily not perceive as immediately engageable, you might not hear everything from me just because I want to reserve a little bit for myself, to myself, keep things that I view as private. Like, some of the things that have happened in my life, whether they're positive or negative, I don't necessarily feel that I need to share with the world, right? A lot of those things don't need to be shared with the world. And respectfully so. Like, I don't dip in other people's business. Other people don't dip into mine. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I will be as forefront as I'm asked, but I will never just give you every nugget I got.
Yeah, I feel
right,
yeah,
right, and I will be completely honest when I'm uncomfortable talking about something. I'll just be like, yeah, I'm not comfortable talking about that, and that's just got to be the answer. Like, poke and pride. Like, in our industry, we're meant to be like, well, yeah, but what if we maybe tried this angle? I work in the industry too.
So
I
we know.
Just keep saying no.
We know the tricks. So
we
know all of it.
I'll just keep work. Well, nope. Keep working around, and then eventually I'm just like, yeah, man, I'm not doing it. Right? Because the transparency only works if people are transparent back.
Yeah.
Man, I'm a mirror, and I'm a Gemini at that.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, if I feel like I'm getting bullshitted, I'm just going to bullshit.
I'm going to match that.
I'm going to match the energy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you want to have genuine interactions, conversations, and talk some real shit.
Yeah.
Bet.
We on that. You
know
what I'm saying? Yeah.
Geminis. I match the energy that I feel is in the room.
Yeah.
Really.
Something that you said earlier that really resonated with me is when you're talking about keeping the word with yourself, because at the end of the day, that's the most important thing. That's the most important person you need to keep the word with. You need to look into the mirror and say, oh, am I keeping the word with myself? Am I doing what I said I was going to do? Instead of worrying about external validation, instead of worrying about external pressure, which is imaginary, fake. Like, can't nobody put pressure on you. Like, bro, every single human being has their own pathway through life, their own journey through life.
Right.
If everybody just locked in on their journey and said forget everything, but it's tough because of social media, though.
Man.
Social media is, dude, like, I see it all the
webs
time.
Even more.
Bro, like, I'm seeing, because even the stuff, like, okay, I can be scrolling through stories and I'm seeing these people's lifestyles and I'm seeing all of this, but then you meet them in real life and you realize, and you having a conversation with them and you realize, hold on, wait, you not even as beyond the surface or below the surface, like, you're really surface level, and so you just
You're
posting
as deep as you look on social.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's it.
Like, it's this false perception, this false image that I think people putting out, and then that leads the consumer feeling a feeling of lack.
Yeah.
A scarcity mindset because they're not doing what the other person is doing. The whole time, you don't know what that person going through. Right. You don't know what that person doing. So how do you feel about social media and the impact of all of this?
Oh, well, man, me and social media got a gripe, man, just because I feel like an old soul as is, right? And if I was from the era that didn't know social media,
you wouldn't even be on social media.
When I tell you, if my jobs weren't conditional to having some sort of virtual presence,
because we need it.
We need it.
We have to.
We need it. And I go back and forth daily. It is an everlasting struggle. I tell my wife all the time, I'm like, baby, I'm about to pay somebody to just run this for me. I can't. Like, I don't have the mental capacity to give it attention because I genuinely don't feel that it has value. Besides providing initial reactions, some light entertainment, and some valuable news to a degree with proper fact checks, of course.
Yeah, they need that.
It doesn't have any consistency for me to feel like I got to dedicate enough time to it, right? I'm not trying to go viral. I'd love to. I'm not trying. I'm not sitting there recording, skits and stuff. Like, I could think of 1,001 that I'd love to do. but it doesn't have enough importance in my life because I feel like it distracts from me being more genuine. I try really hard when I try to go on social media. I feel like I got to respond to every single message. That gets draining.
Heck, bro, people take it too seriously at the end of the day.
I got to post a new fit pic every other day.
Bro,
Stagger my content, so I post funny stuff on Tuesdays. And then Wednesdays we do this, but it's got to be before 11 a.m. And then we double post on Thursdays. That's just how the algorithm rocks.
The algorithm.
Man,
That's
the
the algorithm.
That shit.
Dude, it's so because it's like for me, social media is fun and games, bro.
Yeah.
Like this is not real life. This is like an alternate universe. This is fake, bro. This is a fake world, bro. You get what I'm saying? Like
but people treat it as
if it's real,
the top notch, man. People, but it's monetized. Now that it's monetized,
you add money to it.
People are clinging to it.
Yeah,
you have influencers, whether micro or macro, small scale or large scale influencers, making 6 figures,
getting cheese
at a minimum,
getting cheese, and that's what keep the cycle.
With less than 100,000 followers. Now my follower list ain't up there, boy. Like but that's not my focus.
Yeah,
I'm not worried about growing my follower list.
Yeah,
like, everybody wants more and more and more and more followers, right? Like, sure, that's great. That only gives my actual personality more validity in the virtual space.
Yeah.
If it isn't for clients, businesses, and people that have dedicated science and studies to what social media does for businesses, that none of that shit would matter to me. And it genuinely doesn't. From a business perspective, it does.
Yeah.
From a personal perspective, it doesn't. Right? Because I genuinely don't care. It's way more of a distraction, bro. It does way more harm than good in my opinion.
Bro, I'll be having to delete the app, literally, because it's like I don't even want to get caught doom scrolling, or I don't even want to get caught on there just being on there just to be on there. And I've tested it multiple times. I am more happy when I'm not on social media. Like when I'm not sitting there scrolling, going through everybody's stories. Like even if I'm on social media, I will post on my story, and then I'm off.
And then gone.
I'm off.
I might not see a reply for a month.
I don't know.
Man.
I slide over to the DM. I see these requests and see all this stuff. I'm like, I don't check it. The notifications for Instagram, I don't have any notifications for social media on, so I don't get notified when somebody does if they like a picture, comment, if they DM me, I don't get notified for it.
It gets overwhelming, too.
It's too much, bro.
Too many notifications, too many things, and then every other 6 months to a year, there's some new app that is claiming to be the next big thing, and then everybody hops on the trend, and there's waiting lists, and it's like, why am I standing in line to get into a club for an app? Why am I trying to join this damn Clubhouse? Years ago, remember when Clubhouse was popping and everybody had to send an invite to somebody? Yeah. Man, I thought Clubhouse was the second coming of Jesus. Nigga, I was like, bruh, fuck Twitter. Nigga, Clubhouse.
Hey, this the shit right here.
I talked to Lakeith Stanfield, nigga, like I am on top of the fucking world.
Yeah,
I was just in the room with Meek, bruh, like what? What? Man? Now it's like, that shit is offloaded on my phone. Bruh, I ain't logged on in about the 2 years since I've talked about it last. Yet, here we go, giving every next one, Threads, the new attention.
Oh yeah, man! Look, I haven't even tapped into Threads because I created the account because it's easy to create because it's just connected to your Instagram. Yeah. But I is it Twitter basically?
You went further than I did. It's basically Instagram, Twitter,
because
or X, whatever.
It's like,
but even that's
X.
off now, man. People stop joining on that too. Like that whole wave is like over and gone. What's next?
It's gonna keep evolving, obviously, especially with technology, AI, all of that's gonna keep evolving.
So how many apps? When do you draw a line? I'm still trying to not go on Snapchat. Like,
oh no, yeah, Snapchat ain't been on Snapchat in a minute.
It's been a minute, bro. Yeah. Like my kid re-downloaded it on mine by accident.
Yeah. Right.
So it's like I'm trying to get rid of them. Stop adding them.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I feel like
here we go.
Money. It's gonna keep having the money. So
the bread.
So we talk about like social media and mental health and self-care and stuff. How do you practice self-care? Like, do you do anything to practice self-care? Do you have any? What do you do?
Yeah, man. Practicing self-care, I feel like it's impossible. I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. Mm-hmm. Like sometimes, as the person I am, I just keep going.
Yeah.
There's days where I just don't got it. There's days where I feel genuinely beat.
Yeah.
Drowned.
Yeah.
Battered, bruised, whatever word you want to use for it, descriptive, right?
Yeah.
And you see your family. You go home, or you realize, shit, that bill is still due.
No matter what.
Right?
Yeah, no matter what.
Taking care of your mental health, man. So there's times where I'm really good at it, and I'm vocal, and I'll look to my circle, my wife, my sister, my brothers, my trusted individuals, my good friends that I talk to on a regular basis, and I'm like, man, let me bounce some off of you, man. Like, this is what I'm feeling, this is what I'm going through. I got my guys that we've really been conscious about trying to be vocal about our mental health, right? Something that we've never done. Because I didn't grow up like that. You grow up hiding your feelings. Yeah. And I still battle that, right? Because like I said.
That's what we was taught as kids.
I'm not great about it.
Yeah.
I could vocalize when I'm not feeling great, but I'm not always great to say why, how, what, whether it's stress, whether it's anxiety, whether it's depression, whether, I'm just angry, whether, I just don't feel good, right? Like, whether I just want my mommy. Some days you just want
come on now, no matter how old you get, you still mama baby. Like, at the end of the day, yeah.
Right, but it's about finding a flow and trying not to do the same thing every time, right? Like, I try to keep tabs on myself and go, all right, did you just sleep it off last time, right? Did you just kind of like keep going till you couldn't go no more and then slept for 24 hours straight? Because you can't do that this time, man. We're going to have to do something different. We're going to have to, get out, go to the range, maybe play a little bit of golf, do something with your mind, stimulating. Family time is always key, but family time is persistent. And as a family, man, I'll tell you, man, sometimes they could be the source of it, bro. You've had a long day. You're going through it already, man. You feeling some type of way about whatever you got going on mentally, and then you're expected to almost be a superhero type. Man, right, for your family. So it's like, that's another source, right? So you got the cape on, but, you wiping sweat with it. Like,
yeah,
boy, right? So it's the balance of trying not to do the same thing every time something hits. Taking care of your mentals, taking care of them chickens. It's about making sure that if you need to talk to somebody professionally, I'm always a proponent of therapy. Talk to somebody. I haven't been able to fully explore that because mentally I'm not ready to divulge my problems to people that don't know me.
Man, I just got done having a conversation about this the other day.
Right? Yeah. Like, I just feel like it could be used as a power against me, and that's my own paranoia to get through because they're mental health professionals that are dedicated. Like, we're dedicated to bringing joy, love, and connecting people. They're dedicated to bringing joy, love, and connecting you with yourself.
Yeah, wow.
Right?
That's a dope way to put it. I never thought about it like that.
I don't believe that shit.
Yeah.
Right? Because to me, I'm like, yeah, but they get paid for it.
Definitely getting paid for it.
Yeah, but they got that bread though, and they make good bread.
And they ain't gonna talk to you if you ain't making paying.
They want me to keep coming back.
Exactly.
So, right? That's all these paranoias and all these things that like take me a second to kind of like break off of that. But I use my wife as inspiration. She goes to therapy. She has found a therapist that works for her, and that's part of it. Searching for somebody. Like somebody once told me, getting a therapist is like getting a job, but you're the employer. You got to interview them. They have to interview to be your therapist, right? So it's like interview those people, talk to those people, take those steps once you're ready because you can't be forced to. Once I'm ready, I will take those steps because I know it's something to do. But, man, I do what I know has worked for me in the past, whether that be sleep, whether that be, shutting down and just not saying nothing for a little bit, then coming back later. Sometimes it's going out back yelling like a mug.
Yeah,
and then coming inside the house and being like, all right, baby, let's talk about it because this was going on. Or you internalize it, man. I've had more than enough things happen to where I push it.
Yeah.
You just keep kind of drowning it, man. And eventually you feel better about it.
Yeah.
Right? It's not gone.
Yeah.
But you feel better about it. And it's learning how to cope. Right? I'm not saying it's healthy. I'm not saying it's the best thing.
But it's about learning yourself, though. It's like what works for you.
It's worked for me.
Yeah.
Right? And when it no longer works for me,
yeah, I
will actively change that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You can only go with the flow.
Go with the flow and being ready to make that adaptation. Right? We're saying it's like, well, it worked for me back in the day. Nigga, it's not back in the day. Exactly. But this is fucking today.
Exactly.
And if it's not working today, you got to try something else. Because that's when you start to drown, is when you start to rely on the old floaties and a new wave.
Man, that's a battle that I think a lot of people face is because, like, a lot of times I hear, hey, we always done it this way, and this is the way it's supposed to be done because we did it. Bro, it was supposed to be done like that 30 years ago.
Right.
It's a new time. So it's about adaptation. But I did hear you say a couple hobbies you like. You like golfing and stuff like that. I just got into my golfing bag. I go golfing every Sunday now.
Oh,
I just got into it. I gotta go. Man, I love it.
We're gonna have to play, bro.
Bro, let's go, man. Come on now.
Golf is addicting,
bro. It's because my Uncle Vernon, he put it so great because he was like, it's a sport that you will never master, but you keep going trying to master it. Knowing you never go master it, but bro, I can't not go. Like I cannot wait till Sunday to just get out there on the green.
And it's not even like you get some crazy adrenaline rush, bro.
Yeah.
I've never been on the golf course and felt like I feel on a football field.
No, it's never that.
I've never hit an amazing drive and gone.
No, it's not that. It's not that.
Like you get hyped, but it's a different energy, man.
Yeah.
And golf, talking about taking care of your mental health, man. It's about being in nature. It's about connecting with the earth.
Yes.
It's about the originality of the game, the history of it. When you kind of put all the things together and understand it, golf is therapy.
It's therapy, bro.
Motherfuckers are gonna call me crazy for saying that shit because it is the most annoying therapy you will ever.
It's frustrating mentally.
Boy, you will break a club in the middle of a match. You will snap a putter, missing a 2-foot putt to the left when you was reading it right to left and it was really left to right. But you will snap off, but you are not thinking about any other stress in the world.
That's it.
Motherfucker
you so focused.
Could be hating life in any scenario. Right? I've talked to some people on the golf course that are just unhappy fucking people. But the smile on a golf course is different.
It's different.
It's therapy, man. It's therapy, right? So it's like, it's wild to think because it's like chess. It's like unlike any other game you've ever played, man. But when you're out there, you just...
Bro, just the nature, bro. The nature, being out there, feeling the energy.
Fresh breeze.
Bro, because I always used to wonder how are these presidents going golfing all this time and they got to be worrying about running this country, but then when I get out there and golf, I'm like, this is why they need this, bro.
Man, they need it, and not to mention, man, like for as relaxing and therapeutic as golf is, big business is made on the golf course.
Man, that's where
money's on the golf course.
The deals are closed on the golf course. You know what I'm saying,
right?
Yeah.
So. It really is about like a fully encompassing thing, man. Golf is different. And I've been around the game of golf for a number of years. My older brother, Lord rest his soul, man, he actually got me into caddying. So I started caddying. That was my first official job.
Oh, so you've been doing that since a youngin'.
Man, I was never good. And still not. I'm trash.
That's how I feel. But hey, listen, you gonna see me on there on Sunday.
But I'll be there.
You gonna see me out there though.
So it's like one of them things where I've been around the game for so long that like as I got older, I kind of just stopped avoiding the obvious. I always had clubs in the garage. Bro, I'd hit the range every now and again. But now I'm like, all right, I'm trying to.
You in there now.
I'm trying to make the motherfucking PGA.
Yeah.
Like I said.
Let's go.
I've been successful in radio. I really might just try to professionally golf next. Like, who knows if I could do it, but that might just be the next.
That was you already answered one of my questions I was going to ask later. It's like, what's next? Okay, so I'm seeing golfing. Okay, DZ the golfer.
Bro, I am. It's almost a fault of mine how dedicated I can get when I put my mind to something. It's genuinely a fault because there's virtually nothing that I won't do when I want something to be done. Like I said, radio. Every reason to get out of it. 1,001. People saying it's not worth it. They ain't never gonna make no money. You ain't never gonna do this. You ain't never gonna do that. You're always gonna be grinding. Fuck y'all. Look at me.
Look at me now.
Look
at me now. Come on,
you know
now. Yeah, for sure.
Right? And every man has his struggles, bro. But dog,
I love it, bro.
To really say like my success is only going to be determined by what I want to do next, man, and what my family needs me to do next, right?
I love it, bro. Especially like I heard you've been doing the golfing since a youngin' and stuff like that. What is some advice that you would give your younger self today?
Today,
if you could go back, if you could talk to Lil DZ, what would you tell Lil DZ? What advice would you give Lil DZ?
Stop worrying about trying to make people happy and just be you. that's going to make people way happier.
Man.
Right?
Without question, because I realize, bro, when you be you, more people like you. More people are gravitating towards you. It's hard to be trying to be somebody else, bro. Or trying to be somebody you not. Like, dude, you will never gain. You will never attract the people and the things that you need trying to be like somebody else or trying to be something that you're not.
You're going to attract their energy.
Exactly. And you don't even know what bro.
You don't know what ancestors they got behind them.
Exactly, bro. You don't know what demons they out here fighting. You don't know what's going on.
Listen, and I spent a really long time, but that comes back to me being an immigrant and not having an immediate identity in this country, right? Because you look at me off rip, black, and then you hear me speak Spanish, and then you go,
yeah, that messed me up when we was on the Bucks thing, and I saw like, I'm okay, it's a black man. Then you start hitting the Spanish. I was like, oh, wait, hello, what's going on right now?
Is that the same nigga?
Is this okay? All right, but yeah,
but it comes back to being an immigrant because pleasing other people meant, depending on where I was at, I was either trying to hide who I was or adapt who I was to fit certain molds.
Yeah.
Right? And we're all proponents on doing it.
Yeah.
Whether you're calling it code switching, whether you're calling it adapting, whether you're calling it learning from your environment. I was a student of my environment.
Yeah.
And I studied all the people around me, all the things around me, all of the confusion around me. Excuse me, all of the contradictions around me to say, yeah, but you're black. Yeah, but you're Hispanic. Yeah, you can't be this. Yeah, you can't do that. Yeah, you can't be here. Yeah, you can't go there. Yeah, you can't wear this. You can say that. No, you can't say this. Well, we actually don't know. Man, nobody fucking knows.
Nobody knows nothing, bro.
And as a child, 3 years old until arguably 17, right? Give or take a few years of building confidence in my own body. From 3 to late teens, everybody had an opinion about you based off of knowing so little of my actual story. Nobody spent the time to ask what I had gone through or what I had done or where I had been or, where I was from, whatever.
Yeah.
But everybody had an opinion off of what they knew. Whether it be
little small tidbit,
this much or that much, they all had an opinion, and it got to a point where I just kind of like let those opinions go, man. Whatever somebody said about me, I'd be like, yeah.
What Eminem say, I am the way you say I am.
If that,
whatever you say, I am. That's what I am.
About me, I ain't gonna deny it. Yep.
Exactly.
And shortly after that, I went, nah, man, I just gotta be me, right? I just gotta be my light because it's always shown through, it's always peaked, but it always felt like it wasn't welcome to some degree in any capacity where I was at. Man, and when you get tired of that and when you just say go, stay patient, stay working, stay grinding, stay humble, and stay you, all those other things fall into place, bro. Stop being somebody else's somebody. Be your own somebody.
Dog, you already hitting us with a whole bunch of stuff. I'm not gonna lie to you. I knew DZ was gonna be the right guest, man. I knew it when I was sitting there and the picture popped in my head when I'm going over guess. Man, whew. So DZ, I like to play a little game.
Okay. I love games, bro.
I like to play a little game of this or that. And I'm not gonna give you no type of elaboration. All I'm gonna do is say this or that. And you just gotta tell me what you go pick and why you pick it.
All right, let's get into some trouble.
Let's start with the first one. Courage or patience?
Oh, man.
I'm hitting you. No, I hit him with the this or that. So people be thinking he's going to be like this or that.
I thought it was going to be like.
No, I know what you was thinking.
I was like pizza or macaroni or something. This man said courage or patience.
I know what they be thinking when I say this or that.
You rather survive or stay alive.
Come on now. Courage or patience?
See, off rip, I want to say courage, to be completely honest with you. But courage can be dangerous and courage can be detrimental. Now, people will oftentimes mistake patience for complacency because, you're waiting, you're stagnant, whatever. Courage can sometimes also be misconstrued as impatient, right? Too eager, overly zealous, if you will, right?
Yeah.
I think personally I'd say patience is more key, because courage can really fuck you up.
Yeah.
And I mean, it could be rewarding, right? But the crashes through that are huge.
You run that risk.
You got to be a different motherfucker to be a really courageous motherfucker and go through what it takes to be that courageous motherfucker.
Hell yeah.
Right? But to be patient takes a strong mind and a different level of dedication, in my opinion. To say, I'm going to wait and play the game. I'm going to see how things play out. I'm going to observe. I'm going to take notes. I'm going to let some of the things weed themselves out and move accordingly, right? That's patience to me.
Yeah.
Courage could sometimes be front man line and first one taken out because, well, courageous motherfuckers,
They the first to go.
Sometimes they're the scapegoats or the guinea pigs, whichever way you want to look at it, man. And I respect both. Definitely respect both.
They both important traits. Yeah, they both important traits. Somebody got to be courageous. If I ain't gonna be it, somebody got to be it.
And one needs the other.
Yeah.
There's moments where I'm more courageous than patient.
Without question.
But I think as far as like, if we're breaking it down, I think patience is more important than courage. Everybody's going to find the courage for something. When you want something bad enough, you're going to find the courage to do that shit, right?
Exactly.
The patience is what's really fucking hard to do, in my opinion.
No, like if I were to pick, I would pick patience simply because, like you said, when you being courageous, you can pick your spots to be courageous. Patience is always there. Listen, I don't see nothing wrong with being patient because, patience is a virtue. Right. With all great things, it takes time. Like, you have to be patient. Yeah. I think being patient and allowing nature to flow the way it's flowing, for the waves to go the way that they're gonna go. Be patient. Just sit back, relax.
You see tide
let
shift,
it happen.
Bro.
You see what I'm saying?
Shift.
You see from patience. Now, if you're too courageous, you jumping in that mud. You know what I'm saying? And now you end up drowning. But when you patient, you can just watch it. Watch it go by.
It's a fine line. It's a fine line.
I've
been burned in being courageous in my patience.
Oh.
The flip, right?
Mm-hmm.
Be persistent, be patient, keep your head down, keep doing your work, you're being noticed, right? All in due time, and then, damn, all of a sudden I'm fired.
Yeah, I feel like.
No consequence of my own, right? Mm-hmm. But it's like you can get burned by that patience when you feel like it's the courageous thing by being patient when you know something's going wrong.
Yeah.
Right, I've done that.
Mm-hmm.
With work in particular. Like, you're like, all right, man, no, this is the courageous thing to do. Stick it out, be patient.
So it's really about awareness, self-awareness, and understanding, okay, this is, right now, I ain't got time to be waiting.
Right.
I don't got time to be patient right now. Right. I got to go do this.
I got to bring the courage.
Exactly. I got to turn that mug on.
Right.
Okay. We'll go to the next one.
All right.
Explore the ocean or explore space?
Neither. Oh, fuck. Oh, man, both are so...
It's scary.
Bro.
They're scary, bro. For me, the ocean is scarier. I can't lie to you. We don't know how. I mean, I guess we don't know how big space is. We don't know, like.
Oh, space. Do we know?
We really don't know.
No, no, bro. We know the globe, or you flat earthers, the concave, the contact. We know the globe has a finite amount of water on it.
Yeah.
Whether it's there and actually fucking present, we've been told our whole entire lives that the earth is what? Like 87%.
It's all water. It's
fucking 90% water, whatever it is. A crazy high percentage of water, like over half water.
Yeah.
What do we know about space?
Nothing.
The emptiness and the vast. Mugg said something about a Milky Way.
Yeah, the galaxy. Yeah.
You really think that shit stops there?
That's just one galaxy out.
Chocolate bar, nigga?
Bro, no. That's one galaxy out of infinite galaxies. We don't know.
If there's one thing that movies have taught us, the multiverse might really be a fucking place, man.
Hey, if you really want to ask me, I don't see why it's not. Why wouldn't it be?
There's another me and you having this conversation on, World Earth 3 right now.
Bro,
something to say like, bro, I don't like the ocean.
Mm-hmm. I don't like water. I don't like water, so trust
Very
me.
scary. I will chance a shark fight.
They're going to exploring space
versus getting abducted by aliens. Nah, dog. Space.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, DZ. I gotta explore space because I gotta see what's out here, bro. I know this is not it. We are on Earth. We on this small little rock.
Yeah.
Like we got this star that we call the sun. I get all of that, but bro, it's infinite. It's more planets. It's infinite planets. I need to see what is going on. Now I might end up being abducted.
I'm just saying, man.
but I gotta see.
So you want to
bro.
find other life, though,
bro? I believe it's already. I wholeheartedly believe. Like
I've seen aliens. I've seen the spaceship. Like
dude,
on my but right hand, I've seen the spaceship, and I know I sound fucking wild. Like I have seen a UFO.
You've seen a UFO.
I've seen a UFO, man. This was when we were in college, bro. And I'll tell you real quick. I've seen a UFO. Me and my guy, we were cooling, right? My wife and I, then girlfriend, before I had popped the question.
Yeah.
We were at our first apartment together up in Sheboygan, right? Like I said, we went to Lakeland.
Yeah.
This
is crazy.
Cool, and we had a few friends over. You know, we're of age, so we've been sipping a little bit. We weren't doing nothing crazy though, right? Like, wasn't nobody out here just blackout drunk, wilding out. Like, it was literally the homies, and we were just having like a movie night, basically. Like, it wasn't no party; it was a kickback. We was just cooling. We step outside real quick, like we're just chopping it up, man. One of our friends was sliding by, and I was like, I'm about to go wait for the homie outside, and he's like, I'll pop out with you, right? We're standing there. We're just kind of talking on the porch. And I was like, man, stars are crazy out here because you don't see stars in the city like that. Like, you got to drive up north or out the way.
Yeah.
In Sheboygan, at night, in the cornfields of Lakeland, bro, those stars pop. They hit.
Okay.
Nah, they're hitting, bro. You look up and you're like, whoa.
It's beautiful.
Dog, whoa. We were on some stargazing shit.
Yeah.
Muggs was like, dog, these stars really low-key are dope, bro, because we're both from larger cities where we don't really get to see that. So that was some of our first experiences going like, man, yeah, wow. Tell me why we're both looking up. Like, yeah, bro, this is crazy. When all of a sudden we see these three, what we thought were stars, like do this like weird formation where they go like straight line, triangle, and then this like pew pew weird like zigzag thing, and then shoot off.
Oh my goodness!
But when I say like, you think of like a surface, right? Like something flies across the surface. Nah, man, this was like out to the galaxy, and
bro,
it just went. I remember, dog. Like,
what was your reaction?
We went silent for a second. We just kind of like both stayed looking up, right, and at the same time looked down and like, bro, you saw that? And I wanted to say no at first. I wanted to say no at first.
You didn't want to believe that you saw that.
I wanted to ask what, right? And be like, what'd you see?
Oh,
like, right. I was like, maybe. Nah, man. The story's corroborated. We sounded absolutely crazy, bro. We saw the same exact thing. We went inside. We're telling, I'm telling my girl, he's telling his people. We're like, bruh, we just saw a UFO. No lie,
nobody believed you, did they?
Bro, and they're like, man, y'all, what y'all do out there? And we're like, I swear to God. I was looking at my girl. I was like, baby, I swear to God. She was like, listen. She held me ever so dear. She was like, baby, I believe you. But I don't believe you. You sound fucking crazy. Like, you did not just see a UFO.
You thought you saw one, but you ain't really see that. That's what they believe in.
We're going on 10 years now, man. I will go to the grave with that story on I have seen a UFO. I could probably call this man right now and be like, hey, Matt. Tell the UFO story.
That's crazy.
And he just right into it, bro. We was just cooling out of nowhere. Like, I've seen a genuine UFO. So when I say I just know there's more, I don't need proof.
Yeah, you got your proof.
I don't need no
firsthand.
I don't need ET.
Yeah,
right. I'm good. Let me see if there's a megalodon. Put me in a submarine, bro. Not the submersible though. I'm not trying to see the Titanic. Yeah, chill.
Man, I'm scared of the water, bro. I can't go in the ocean. I'm sorry.
Not about it.
I can't. The ocean. Man, no, that scared me.
That
scared me more than space. I can't lie to you.
I'd be scared of the ocean with locks too, bro. I don't get my hair
you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know about that. But okay. I'm happy we got that. I don't know how we stumbled upon the UFO story, but I'm glad you are the first person I met who've actually. I believe you though, because I believe in all of that. Like I believe in the bro. I believe without question. I don't see why you wouldn't. I don't see why you would lie about it. I don't see why you wouldn't see it.
I got no reason to lie. Like I'm a believer in extraterrestrials. I'm a believer in ghosts. I'm a believer in and energy being cyclical. I'm a believer in that. Like, we are all connected somehow, some way.
Without question.
And most things that you hear and see, besides like the Ghostbusters fairy tale shit, it comes from a grain of truth, right? Like usually history repeats itself, and some of the things that we haven't seen is just because they haven't happened in our lifetime again yet.
Yeah.
But when it comes to some of like the stuff like space,
yeah,
bruh, aliens,
yeah,
technology, I just know we were damn near bottom of the barrel.
Bro, these other planets out here so much smarter than us, though. They got so much advanced technology. The stuff they laughing at the stuff we got. Like, these people really think they doing something with this. Like,
Man,
are you kidding?
Dog.
But I heard you say a word in there, truth. And that leads me to my last this or that. Truth or happiness? Because it's. I told you I'm not going to elaborate, so keep going. Truth or happiness?
Truth or happiness? Well, the truth will set you free.
Yeah.
Right? Sure. But is that truth the freedom that you're seeking? Are you ready for the pain that truth can cause? Yourself or others, right? I think happiness, right? You know, truth is everlasting.
Yeah. It's going to always be there.
It's going to always be there, man, whether it's given to you freely or not.
Yeah.
But happiness is so hard to come across. You got to embrace it. You got to enjoy it, man. You got to love the happiness that you get because it could be short-lived.
Without question.
It could be short-lived.
Very momentary.
Right?
Yeah.
So.
No, I feel that.
In a world where it feels like don't shit seem truthful anymore.
We don't know what the truth is at the end of the day because truth is all perception and perspective at the end of the day. Like, what's true to you might not even be true to me.
Right.
Like, so, no, I get that. If I had to choose, I would say truth. What I think it is some people, like you were saying, the truth scares them. So they'll be cool with living under, for example, Santa Claus. I hope no kids ain't watching who believe in Santa Claus because I don't want to dispel anybody.
No, I ain't gonna show my kids for another 20 years.
Okay, cool. Or skip past this part of it.
Right.
But it's like, okay, is it for a 20? For me, for example, knowing the truth is what gives me peace. I think for some people, the illusion gives them peace because, like, they don't have to think about the truth. They happy living within the illusion because at the
ignorance is bliss.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we all go pass on, and nothing really. It don't really matter at the end of the day anyway. So it's like.
Right.
No, it doesn't matter either way. But I think for some people, living in the illusion, that brings them happiness. And then for some people, knowing the truth, even if the truth hurts, it gives them peace of mind. Like, it gives me peace of mind knowing the truth because, like, now I don't have to worry about the illusion. I don't have to worry about beating myself up or making myself feel bad for something
I get
that isn't true. You get what I'm saying?
Do you feel like then the truth brings you happiness even if it is way later down the line?
I believe it. Yeah, I think it does. I think it ultimately does.
It brings you the happiness you need.
Yes.
More say rather than
what you want.
The happiness you want.
Exactly.
I like that.
And a lot of people, I think majority of people, like, they focus on the happiness they want because, bro, we here for a short amount of time. Like, why not? Like, that's why that's perfectly fine. But then some people, like, in my head, I would just be constantly trying to figure out the truth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Overdoing it, like, no, what's the truth? What's the truth? And then when I finally get it, is
sigh of relief.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay, some people drive themselves crazy after knowing the truth, right? It makes it worse.
It make it worse.
But sometimes it gets worse before it gets better, and I get that. But so you dropping gems on me.
Hey,
let's go.
Oh, listen, I'm just trying. I'm trying to. What we trying to do? Inspire. One last question.
What's up?
I like to call it like a deep dive because I just want to get your opinion on it. Yeah. I like to ask a philosophical question. I mean, I guess a lot of them have been philosophical questions, but
deep thinking questions.
I know, bro.
Sure.
This was me going through my brain, bro. But okay, this is the deep dive question: is having an ego a negative or positive trait?
Ooh.
I got you thinking today.
Yeah, you do, man. Because I got such conflicting feelings about egos.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't consider myself somebody that has an ego, right? Now you have to have a certain swagger, a certain confidence, but that doesn't mean you have to be egotistical.
Yeah, it's a difference.
Right? I feel like ego equates narcissism. And I mean, it's one thing if it's like, you know, having the confidence to feel like you're the best at what you do. But whether you are or aren't, I love that confidence. I love when you carry yourself with that energy.
Yeah.
But telling everybody in the room, that's ego.
Yeah.
Right? You know, being confident,
It's different.
Man, that's way different. The ego comes into play where you have to have a certain level of attention, you have to have a certain level of status, or you have to feel like you've achieved whatever you need, right? That's when ego is in play. And ego, I think that's the killer
It destroys
any career, right? You take us outside of this realm, man, say, I don't know, somebody is a nanny, right? You walk around talking about, I take care of these kids the best. I'm the best nanny that ever lived. I do this on LinkedIn or whatever it is, or Angie's List, baby.com, whatever it is you look for nannies on, right? Talking about like, can't nobody nanny these kids like I nanny these kids.
You can't do this like I do it.
Do this, right?
I do it the best.
I rock a by the best of
Come on now.
And then you get into a realm where somebody sits you down and they go like, all right, well, why are you the best? And you go, well, what certifications do you have that make you the best? What accolades have you received that, you know, signify you as the best? If you can't back that up, you ain't shit but an ego.
You're clearly not the best. If you can't even answer the question, what makes you the best?
You're clearly not the best. Now, being confident, walking like the best, talking like the best, feeling like the best is one thing.
Yeah.
Again, telling every single person you fucking come across that you're the best, that's ego.
Pure ego.
I don't necessarily walk about life and go, hi, I'm DZ. I'm in-game host for the Bucks and work on 103.7 Kiss FM, the morning show. What is that going to do for me in any setting?
What does that do?
Okay, that cool. You know, do you put your fucking pant leg on one at a time?
Because the other person like, oh, okay.
They bet.
Like, like, are you insecure or something? Because like, why are you?
You know, the name droppers, if you will.
Yeah, like,
but like, do you know who I am? Ego.
Yeah.
I hope you don't know who the fuck I am.
I feel
then
like
I could keep doing my thing, moving in my silence, staying at my pace, and worrying about myself.
Yeah.
Because once I feel like there's an ego in the room, now I gotta watch myself. Now I feel like I gotta protect my brand, if you will, because
it's too stressful.
All of a sudden we're competing when we could have just been cooling.
We working together. Come on, people at the top collabing. We collabing. Like we could be collabing, going to another stratosphere, but ego get in the way.
Egos don't collab.
And what I think a big ego killer is understanding that everybody is the same. Like the way that I look at all human beings, bro, even the way I look at our brains, bro, I don't even call it learning new things. I call it unlocking just different parts of your brain. Oh, yeah. Because everybody has all the knowledge we need. It's just about going and unlocking that part. Bro, we are all the same. We made of the same atoms. We all got the lungs. We all got blood. We all are the same, and we all have the capability to do the same stuff. Now, it's just a matter of self-confidence and believing in yourself and believing that you can do it. But at the base level, bro, we all the same. So who are you to say that you're seriously better than somebody else or you seriously do this the best? Bro, there's somebody out here who probably do it better than you. And you know what I'm saying?
Like, all claiming to be the best. Nobody's going to take that from us.
Yeah.
But it's just the notion of who's really the best? Do any of us actually know? Will any of us actually ever know? Because being self-proclaimed,
but I don't mean that everybody self-proclaimed. Everybody, like every self-confident person is confident in themselves.
I am the best at sitting in this chair. Right
like
here.
You know what I'm saying?
Can't
like,
nobody sit in this chair better than me.
Like,
Look at the way I sit. Just look at me. I'm the best left side chair sitter in the room.
You're the best left side. Come on now.
Like what?
Ain't nobody messing with DZ sitting in that chair on the left side right in front of the mic, man.
That don't make sense to anybody, man. Like it's about your confidence and letting it be just that, letting it be your confidence.
Yeah.
You don't have to shout it from the mountaintops.
Yeah.
If you need that for yourself as a person, I got no advice for you because I can keep my confidence internal. Yeah. Like Cat Williams said, bro, I could check in with my star motherfucking player. I could look in the mirror and reflect with myself. Mm-hmm. Good, bad, or ugly. Sometimes I need it, sometimes I shouldn't, but I can do that. I don't need to go, I am DZ, right? That to me is almost like playing a character.
Yeah, it's bro, because you're not, bro, especially if you're being super over the top.
Bro, if you ever see me doing that, just know I am probably getting paid for it.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, because
you putting on a little show.
I'm not that individual.
Exactly.
I'm not the guy that's gonna sit there and rah myself.
I've never even heard you even come close to it. Bro, you be so low-key. Like, it be so crazy. Like, people wouldn't even know. Like, people who don't know you, they don't know what you do.
Yeah.
Bro, they know this is a cool ass dude. You know what I'm saying? Laid back, low-key dude.
Unless you hear me talk.
And then you start talking.
Like I got something to speak with. Because once I'll start saying something, you get people like, hey, your voice sounds familiar.
Yeah, you sound real familiar.
Wait, hold on. What'd you say your name was again? And then I'm like, all right, time to pee.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Because like you said, bro, I really am low key.
Yeah.
And I prefer to be low key, right? I move in silence. Because when you see me 10 years from now, 20 years from now, when you pop out at the whatever high school, college, post-grad reunion, and mugs are like, damn, nigga, how the fuck you get here? Like, I was worried about me.
I was focused on my journey. Like we said, every human got their own path.
Because I wasn't looking for you.
You ain't even crossed my mind, boss. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
I was wondering about you. Oh, that's wild.
Yeah, I was wondering about me too. I was focusing on me. Well, that's why you wondering about me.
I swear. You
no,
know
I feel it. I feel it. Dude, DZ, bro, I want to thank you for coming through to Dreamcatchers Presents the Jason Smith Show. Bro, you have been an amazing guest. Which I knew, man. I might as well be a prophet, man. I might as well be fortune teller. Where my crystal ball at, man? Where's my crystal ball at, man? I knew this. I can't wait to start cutting these reels up, bro. Right. So, DZ, I want to thank you for coming on the show. Close out. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to say you just got done watching YDT Dreamcatchers podcast where we don't chase dreams. When I point to you, all you got to do is say, we catch them. That's it.
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all ready for this one? Y'all need to get ready for this. And you just got done watching another episode of YDT Dreamcatchers podcast where we don't chase dreams. Nah.
We catch them.
Come on now.